Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3-0 Take, where we talk all things Major League Baseball. Here's Kyle Corwin and Nate Reyes. It all starts right now.
Oh, welcome back to the 3-0 Take, presented by Chinook Seedery. This is episode 577. I'll be your host, Kyle Corwin. I'm here with my co-host, Nate Reyes. Nate.
Casey, how are we?
I need to do something. I'm actually gonna roll my seat back.
Okay.
I'm gonna get down here. I'm gonna get down on the floor, and I'm going to bow down to the Dodgers. I bow down to the Dodgers and all things that are Los Angeles. There is no team greater. There is no fan base greater. There is no collection of athletes better than what we are witnessing for the Los Angeles Dodgers right now. The Dodgers will win this World Series. The Dodgers will win next year's World Series and quite possibly every other World Series after that.
How dare you? How dare you ever think other than what you just spoke?
Is that what you clowns want? My goodness. I'm so...
Murray is the only Dodger fan I've ever liked.
I just can't. Like, I don't, it doesn't actually upset me. I'm being a little facetious here. This whole Dodgers thing. I know there's other games we got to talk about here, but let's just start with Dodgers Brewers. Primarily just because I was reading through some comments just now before we hopped on, and boy, I tell you what, the victory laps, man, the victory laps, like. Do people not understand that we're all just guessing? Like, nobody, I say that, I feel like I have to say this every year, but for some reason people seem to forget. At the end of the day, anybody that makes series predictions, or really any predictions, they're just guessing. You don't actually know. So for you to hit us up with the, how's the predictions looking? Or, this aged like milk. It's like, it's always funny to me. It's always the people that you don't hear from until after the games are played. It's like, well, sure would have loved this sort of boldness beforehand, but alas, all I have to say, Dodgers up 3-0. One win away from the World Series, second straight, and giving us no reason to believe otherwise that this would be the first repeat since your New York Yankees.
We knew it after the Yamamoto start. I mean, when you have Snow, I said it, when you have Snow go 8 strong, I said if Yamamoto follows it up with a deep start, and that bullpen gets a chance to have some rest and a day off with the travel back to LA, I don't think the Brewers can overcome that. And sure enough, you saw a very strong bullpen performance out of the Dodgers tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the last episode, I was like, is this one of the best postseason starts we've seen like in years? Meaning Blake Snell start, because what was it? He went. Was it
8 and 13? Right?
Yeah. Was it one hit? Am I crazy? Was it one hit allowed? Either way,
More than one.
Given the circumstances, postseason, higher stakes, and all that, one of the best starts I think we've seen in the postseason in recent memory. And then Yamamoto comes out and throws a CG. Like, you can't come back from that. When this Dodgers team is clicking on all cylinders the way they are, when their bullpen is looking the way, like that was one of the big question marks. Like who are you going to give the ball to? They specifically in the ninth, they figured that out, I guess.
One hit, 10 Ks for Snow, by the way.
It's insane. When this team is clicking on all cylinders, there's nothing you can do. However, on the flip side, Brewers, a run a game, averaging a single run a game.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
I understand it's the Dodgers and that you're faced with the somewhat unfortunate task of going up against names like Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow. But this is the NLCS. You're going to have to figure out a way to get a little more creative with your run manufacturing because this is not going to cut it. And I hate to say it, it's over. Just going to go ahead and say it's over.
There's not really any excuses. Like, I get, you can tip your cap to good pitching performances, but the reality is like it's the postseason. Like it's not going to matter. You know what I mean? Like you're going to face good pitching. Like you have to kind of fight your way through it. You got to try and figure it out. There's no excuse, and you got to be able to pick yourself up off the mat. I mean, I get losing 2 at home is a tough one to swallow, but like, you got to win out, man. You got to win out.
It's not happening.
LA.
It's just not happening. If it was, I mean, you know, bias playing into it here for sure. I just don't believe that we're gonna see. I mean, it'll happen eventually, but I am never going to pencil in a team to come back down 3-0. Will it happen eventually? Sure. But until I see it happen again, I'm never going, no matter who it is, I'm not going to pencil in a team that's down 3-0. However, even more so, I'm most certainly not going to pencil in the Brewers as a team that can come back down 3-0 when you're going up against this Dodgers team and this era of Dodgers team.
Yeah. Is Abner Uribe their only reliever? I feel like every time I'm watching a Brewers game, if a starter isn't in, Abner is just biting the bullet for the crew.
Well, when you what was it, game 1 when you had the question mark, you're like, I don't know if I agreed with that move. And to which I said,
I thought he was closing down their games. I thought he was their closer. Now he's just in all the time.
Well, he's their high leverage guy. They haven't exactly had maybe the high leverage situations that have favored their side, but if Pat Murphy feels he's one of their better options in high leverage situations, and you're scratching and clawing for everything you can get in this series, you're probably going to see him more often than not. So, I mean, have you sort of shown your hand in that regard? Like, I mean, you've given some of these Dodgers hitters multiple looks at him now.
No,
so
I mean, that's what I was saying. That's what you're done. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, like I get being a stopper, I get being a high leverage guy, but like, I don't know. It's going to come down to the offense. Like that's the biggest part to this, you know, and I get back-to-back dominant performances, but it's like, you got to do something. You got to put a little something together.
You want to hear something crazy? Let me find this note.
And they're not working the count. Like if you let back-to-back starters in today's game go 8+ on you, like it's just, you got to work a count. Like you got to, I don't know, whatever. I don't know ball. I don't know why I even try to speak on it. I'm an idiot. The Dodgers are the greatest thing to ever exist. This is the greatest team to ever. This Dodger team would beat the Avengers. This Dodger team, I feel like all Dodgers fans are Avenger fans. Do you feel that way as well? Do they just all love Marvel?
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Big film industry out there in LA. A lot of movies being made.
I'll say it. Hot take. Marvel sucks. I'm
okay.
We're not on the superheroes.
We're not going down this road. Stop. We're not going down this road.
45 movies later.
We're not going down this road. Can I get to my point? Well, actually, before I
excited about it.
Stop. Before I get to my point, talking about, and you and I have talked about it, maybe even like in our live stream the other night or last night. Props to Dave Roberts for, I mean, doesn't appear as though he's had too much of a difficult task ahead of him in this series, just because the Brewers have all but laid over or rolled over. Yeah. But with letting guys go, giving guys their moments, their opportunities to, do what they do, I feel like he's done that well. Maybe he's given a little bit more of the reins this time around, and it's working out for him. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it just because I'm trying to give credit here, but maybe it's less about him and just more about how bad the Brewers have been playing. I don't know, but
it's probably a combination.
Probably a combination of both. But you mentioned the offense for the Brewers. I saw this note earlier tonight. This is crazy. Christian Yelich hit a run-scoring double in Game 1 of the 2018 NLCS. In the 25 postseason games he's played since, how many runs do you think he's driven in?
25 games.
25 games. He had a run-scoring double.
Based on the phrasing of the question, I'll give him 5.
0.
Oh, my God.
Christian Yelich has had 0 RBIs since his run-scoring double in Game 1 of the 2018 NLCS. And I understand we're at this weird juncture where it's like, well, the fact that you're getting anything from Yelich at this point, given the way his career's gone, like anything should be considered a bonus. But it's like, no, I feel like Christian Yelich over the last, couple seasons has earned himself the dignity that I feel is owed to him to be like, no, we can expect contributions out of this guy. Is that fair to say? Like, I'm not just going to be like, no, you're immune to this conversation. You're like anything you can get, anything you can offer offensively is a plus. You're off to the side. Let's look at the rest of these guys. Like, no, sorry, Christian, you're in this mix too. Like you need to be held responsible. And that's sort of like a backhanded compliment. Like I'm saying, like I do expect more out of you, I don't know.
I think it's very difficult. The way pitchers can reinvent themselves is interesting. I think it's almost impossible for hitters to be able to do that, and not like we're talking about like an all-time great power hitter by any means, but just these injuries and the surgeries and the timeout and like, I don't even want to pull numbers, but I feel like we were kind of excited of like him somewhat turning it around, but it still isn't like up to par. It's just,
but up to par enough that, like I said, it's fair of us Brewers fans
to have higher
baseball fans have the expectation that he's going to contribute offensively, and he just hasn't. I mean, nobody in this lineup has really done much, again, because they're averaging a run a game.
And that's what sucks, man, because like we came into this series excited for the way they play ball, excited for the way they're able to score runs. Solid ball club, obviously one of the best teams in baseball this year. And it's just like to fall on your on your face. Like, it's such a flat performance. It's hard to watch. It sucks. And like, I was excited to see a Dodger team that's going to come in and just be like, we're going to do it our way, and almost just the complete opposite. And I was hoping for true competition. I was hoping for like, hey, you guys can bop, but like, watch us do it our way. And they're not doing anything. No one in that lineup is showing up.
I mean, talking about manufacturing runs, or at least giving yourself the chance. I saw a tweet from our guy, your guy Justin Havens, yesterday, or maybe it was earlier today, coming into the game.
Yeah.
Entering game 3, and I don't know how this note is adjusted based on how game 3 went. Can't imagine being too much different, but entering game 3, the Brewers did not register a single plate appearance with a runner in scoring position off a Dodgers starting pitcher.
It's not going to cut it.
So they're not even giving themselves not only are they not scoring runs, they're not even giving themselves the chance.
And I'm curious to see how many walks.
Well, based on that, it can't be much.
All right, let's see.
Well,
we had 3 walks in game 1 for the Brewers. We had 1 walk in game 2 for the Brewers. We had 3 walks in game 3.
It's a 7 over 3 games.
Yeah. And all those 3 walks were against Glass now, by the way. And I talked about how the bullpen for the Dodgers, like, if they had rest, no walks. Vesia tonight, Trinan, Banda, Roki Sasaki.
They gave up 1 hit the rest of the game tonight. The bullpen.
No walks, 1 hit.
I mean, that was to your point. That was the most predictable outcome we could have expected tonight. The bullpen just coming in and mopping up because of the rest.
Basically 3 days off, 4 days off.
So stupid, man. Look,
starting pitching isn't that big of a deal. It's not that important. It's crazy, dude. This is the recipe to winning.
If it was inevitable that the Dodgers were just going to march their way to the World Series again, I just would have at least hoped for a more competitive series.
Yeah, I know.
This is the biggest non-series we've seen in some time. Like, this isn't even remotely close. And I'm not trying to, blow this out of proportion, but like, we're not talking about some Cinderella team that just backed their way into, like you said, the Brewers were one of the best teams, if not the best team in baseball this year. And this is what we're getting from you. Yeah. 1 step short of the World Series.
And the
Dodgers are just really good. Like,
I get it. I hate to say, but they lucked out with the Phillies series ending that way. I'm just gonna say that. And like I said, I don't know how that could have gone, but like, it does change things of how that ended, and then how the Brewers are basically just laying down for you. It's just, this is kind of a joke of a road so far. In the Reds, by the way. You got the Reds in the wild card round. Like, come on. I was hoping the Brewers would just give them a little bit of a run for their money. Like, the baseball fan in me wanted them to do it their way, to show that like there's multiple ways to win a game. And now you seem like an idiot if that's something that you supported, because it's just like, no, the Dodger way is the best way. It's like,
look, I'm not even, I know we kind of jumped out of the gate with being a little facetious about Dodgers fans. But look, I get it. I'm not upset for the people dancing on the grave of our series prediction picks. I would do the same thing, because I have to imagine, if you're a Dodgers fan, 95% of your existence as a Dodger fan is probably having to fight back against people that are constantly telling you how much they can't stand you and your team. So I get it. I get it when Dodgers fans are a little extra chirpy in the comments, or they're, like I said, they're running victory laps, or they're dancing on the graves of series prediction graphics. But at the
same time, they're the same fans that were miserable about their team, that were like, we're choking it and worried about the last few months and just playing. Like, they're just as critical. That's what I'm saying. That's what's annoying, is that, like, if you say these things to a Dodger fan about the overall 2025 season coming into the postseason, they'd be like, yeah, I kind of agree with you. This ain't it. Like, that they're not that impressive this year. And then to just like flip the script, you know what I'm saying? And just be like, you're a loser forever thinking. It's like, okay. Most Dodger fans were just as miserable watching their team struggle this year.
No, I mean, I think there's a happy medium. I think you, like any rational Dodgers fan, you would be able to have that conversation with and be like, look, these are the X, Y, and Z are the reasons why I think that maybe this isn't the year. And I feel like they were very valid reasons, particularly this year.
Yeah.
But I get it. On the other hand, when you put the proverbial pen to paper, and you say, I'm taking the Brewers in this series, then it's like, okay, you maybe felt a certain way about reasons X, Y, and Z as to why you didn't think the Dodgers could do it, but you're really putting your money where your mouth is when you pick the Brewers. So just sit tight and wait for the Dodgers to do what they're inevitably going to do, and that's why they're taking their victory laps right now. They're up 3-0, one win away from their second consecutive World Series, and I'd be running laps too if I were them.
Whatever.
Enough about that. Let's go. Let's
play better. Just at least make it competitive. I just want to watch a good ball game.
It's what did I say they were at home this year in the regular season? It was like 51-29. The Dodgers. I have no reason to believe this thing is extending a single game beyond what's necessary.
Just give me a good ball game.
52-29 at home this year.
Math let you down for a sec.
True.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
I almost kind of forgot for a second that. Yeah.
That's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. It happens. It's late.
It is late.
It's late. You've been up longer than I have today. Moving over to the American League. I mean, it's no look. Objectively, this has just been a better series. Just given the fact that the series is tied 2-2, but somehow, and this is
somehow the games individually.
This isn't us complaining. It's an observation. Like, the games just haven't been great. Like, if you're a fan of the Blue Jays, the last 2 games have been fantastic. If you're a fan of the Mariners, first 2 games were fantastic. So here we are with a tied series, 2-2 after Toronto's 8-2 win tonight. But if you look at each individual game, they're just also not very competitive. So it's like,
we played a name game for the last third of the game yesterday.
Exactly. We played the chain.
Nothing to talk about.
The chain name game. I think it was closer to like an hour and a half. I went back and checked. I think we were pushing like an hour and a half with that. But yeah, it was
great game. Y'all still watched, by the way, so shame on you.
What's that say about you? It says more about you guys than it does us. No, I'm just kidding. We love having you all in the chat, hanging out with us during our live streams. Yeah, man. I love the fireworks element of it. The fact that we're just seeing bop after bop, and it's not just from, 7, 8, 9. Like, we're seeing Vladdy, we're seeing Julio, guys like that. We're seeing star homers from star caliber players.
It does seem like they got a chance to wake up, and I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the trip, maybe it was the length of the flight. I don't know. But they figured it out, and you're right. Like, their lineup is showing up. They're doing it on all facets. You're seeing even on the defense too.
Even on the bump, star of the show tonight was 41-year-old Max Scherzer, which I'm sure we've all seen the run-in with John Schneider on the bump tonight. That was fantastic. Did you hear?
Didn't like that.
Did you hear? Did you hear what they said on the broadcast?
It was on mute for me.
They apparently, I'm sure it was a little tongue in cheek, but apparently they got to Schneider during the game and got a little Q&A from him about it, and he said, "I've been waiting for that all season." So honestly, I'd have a hard time believing that he didn't like it. I bet you he was kind of hoping for that. Like, just make my job easier, man. Like, don't make me go back to the dugout so I don't have to make this decision. Because you got to think, a manager that gets yelled at like that, it's very infrequent. We've only seen it a handful of times.
I get what you're saying. He was at like 73 pitches. And I know it's his first start in a month plus, but like, he's at 73 pitches to a Hall of Famer. Like, I don't know what lens I want to look at it. Like, are you trying to get this out of him? If so, you're a genius. Are you legitimately wanting to go to the bullpen in that moment?
So you're questioning the motivation for coming out in the first place.
Yeah, like, I don't really truly understand it. Like, he's up 5 and had a guy on first.
Hey, nothing wrong with the little firing up the boys.
Maybe that's what it was.
It had to have been.
If that's the case, fine. But when Scherzer's walking back and yells at him again when he's writing in his notes, and Schneider doesn't even look up, I'm like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I probably lean towards the side of giving him the credit of doing it on purpose. But then at the same time, I'm just like, is that all it takes? Did Scherzer just feel straight up disrespected? It's like, bro, this is arguably one of my final postseason starts. I'm at 73 pitches and I'm dicing. Why are you here? Like, it
was 5-2 at that point, I think. They were only up
5-1.
Was it 5-1? Well, he ended up giving up 2.
5 or 6-1.
He gave up 2, and I don't think he gave up anything after that mound visit. So I think it was 5-2.
I don't know. Either way, the lead was fine.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. If it 5-1 versus 5-2, if it's 5-2, I could, to your point about was it just to fire up the boys or was it a legitimate concern, I could understand where he'd be coming from if you're dealing with Max Scherzer of all guys, which, you know, we've seen him. If he gets hung up on something, it could snowball real quick. So maybe he was coming out there thinking like maybe we do make a change here so we can keep this lead intact and we don't let this thing just crumble before our very eyes.
But like, knowing Max Scherzer, you're not calling to the pen on your way to the mound. You made it all the way to the mound to see what he has to say. What do you think a Max Scherzer with 73 pitches is going to say? You know what I mean? I think he knew that. I think he knew what was going to happen. So I think you're right. I think it probably fired him up. And
fire up the boys.
Probably something to build off of moving forward. Because that's what they need. They need starting depth. That's what's going to keep this Blue Jays team rolling. is depth in the rotation.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I can't share it. It's not appropriate, but I saw there's this meme. I was looking up some Max Scherzer stuff, and it's this picture just of this psycho. And it says he's just screaming. He's like, "Give me harder battles." And then it's a picture of Jesus, and he's like, "WTF?" That's just a funny. The psycho face is hilarious. Actually,
guess you got to see it.
let me throw this up here.
I thought you just said it was inappropriate.
No. Just the psycho part.
Oh.
Like that kind of was Scherzer when Schneider came out there.
Dude, yeah. He's an interesting cat, man. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Crazy.
I wouldn't mess with him. But I mean, look, props around. Props for having your first start in a month plus on the road.
That's crazy. I forgot that was a thing. I think
they said September 6th, September 9th, something like that.
Yeah, I completely forgot that he had been on the shelf for that long.
Being 41 years old, it's a big deal. Is it weird that more pitchers don't do that?
No, I think it happens
enough
at exactly the appropriate amount.
Yeah.
And it only happens from, well, maybe not every single time, because I feel like there are some instances where it's like, shut up. Like if it's a Carlos Rodon, it's like, shut up.
100%. That was the first name that came to mind. He was like, you haven't earned that. Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah. So I can't say, it's not 100% success rate, but I think this is not a thing that's become oversaturated. It's not a thing that's become watered down. Fortunately, because if it did, then it would lose lose its magic.
Like my favorite one is the Mike Mussina one.
Yeah,
yelling at Joe Torre.
That was a great one.
And that's pushing how long? 25 years ago?
Yeah.
Like where he's pointing at him. Joe just immediately takes a step backward. Like that's about it. There's not too many circumstances where it goes down.
Who were some others that I was thinking of?
Also, that's a better move at home, by the way. If that happened at the Rogers Center.
Oh yeah, dude.
That would have melted faces. That would have just been unbelievable.
I'm trying to think, did Schilling do it? There's some others, but yeah, to answer your question, I think it happens at just the appropriate amount.
Fair enough.
But yeah, man, this Blue Jays offense the last two nights, holy cow.
Comes in bunches.
I don't understand what switched, what flipped. Like myself included, there are people out there that try to overanalyze, dissect, like, oh, was there a hitters only meeting and, they made a philosophical switch after game 2. It's like, no, sometimes it's your hitting coach coming in and sitting everybody down and be like, you all suck. And everybody out there thinks you all suck.
Yeah.
How about you give our fans a reason to think otherwise? And they just sometimes you just look around the locker room, the clubhouse and go, it's on us now. Like more, like if we want a chance at a World Series, it kind of falls on us. And that's all it takes.
It brings up a good point. Cause I am curious of like, if I'll fall trap to those. I'll fall trap to those reports of like, I like hearing those things. I like hearing that if a coach does say something, because like how often do we hear managers or coaches being like, they know you know what I mean? Like they know the pressure of this. They know, of course they know that. Everyone knows that. but it still takes that, whatever that word is. And it could be the exact opposite. It doesn't have to be, hey, everyone thinks you suck. It doesn't have to be the, hey, the whole world's against us, hype talk. It could be anything. It could be funny. It could be weird. You know what I mean? It's the golden thong. It's the throwing the bats in the clubhouse. It's the, is it anger? Is it funny? Is it like something to just kind of switch it up to where it's either you got to lock in or you got to relax?
Yeah. Yeah. The humor is equally a factor, as much of a factor here, because sometimes
it works.
Yeah, like in pressure situations in this game, man, you can press and pardon my French, but your butthole can get a little tight. And so sometimes it takes the manager
a tight sphincter.
Yeah, sometimes it takes the manager coming in and being like, y'all need to chill out. Like, go watch a comedy or something. Like, take a mental break, step away from what's going on right now and just hit the reset button.
Yeah.
And we'll come back tomorrow and we'll be right back on track.
Yeah. And that's probably more common than people realize. I would say it's more common than the opposite, because it's not a entirely physical game, right? Like it's so mental. You look at football and it's like, all right, I just kicked in a new gear and now I'm stronger, faster, and I'm more motivated. You know what I mean? Like I can find that extra gear. I can blow up this offensive lineman to get to the quarterback. Like there's that extra oomph that you can sometimes have. Baseball's still baseball. If you come in with that, more often than not, it's not going to work. It can't be this bull in a china shop, I'll run through everybody mentality. Like sometimes it works, but like more often than not, this game's too mental to be that way. So it's like, yo, let's just chill. Let's just relax. Let's do something weird. Let's watch a movie in the clubhouse. Let's play video games. I love hearing those weird, funky stories. Let's play funny music. You know what I mean? Someone play some Hannah Montana and loosen it up in here.
Shout out, best of both worlds.
I mean,
I could name the hits all day.
That would get me to chill. That would get me to chill out. I don't know if they're still doing the same thing, but they said during the Yankees series that Schneider was only bringing one hat because he changes his hats after losses. And I asked the question, I wondered if they got special
permission
for the baby blues. Maybe there's something with that. Did that? You know what I mean? Like the special hat, like they have each team has their thing. So who knows what got him into gear? Also, not in a hitter's ballpark, by the way. And correct. I know that we see some wall scrapers who are like, man, I don't know if that's a home run everywhere. It's not a particularly big ballpark. It's just it doesn't play to that size.
I mean, how many times did we hit this on the live stream last night?
Too many.
Crazy. I mean, it was crazy, and they kept it up tonight, man. I mean, even the ball that like Vladdy hit, I think was sort of a wall scraper, but
yeah, that one to right, yeah.
Still putting it out, man, in a challenging park to hit in.
Yeah,
but you got to think, going back to the jersey thing, you got to think that if they're able to win their third in a row, go up 3-2, obviously assuming they're still wearing the blues tomorrow. You got to think game 6 back in Toronto. Home. Yeah, you got it right.
I don't hate the play.
I mean, you'd have no choice. You'd have to. Obviously with the caveat that they adopt to that version of superstition. Maybe they don't, but I feel like they would.
Uniforms.
They have great uniforms.
They have really good uniforms. I don't think they get talked about enough.
You gotta stick with what's working. And right now these blues are working. So just something to think about. Not a sermon, just a thought.
Who's probables tomorrow?
We got I saw it today. What was it?
Gossman, Bryce Miller, back to the top.
Bryce Miller, yeah, that's the one I saw earlier. Yep. Man, oh man.
Show us up, Mariners. Time to show up, man.
Yeah.
Time to show up at home. Like, this could be your last home game.
I mean, look, I feel like the tone of this, part of the pod tonight where we're talking ALCS, I feel like a lot of the tone has understandably favored the Blue Jays, just given the recency here. But I'm not in no way, shape, or form am I writing off the Mariners here. Like,
no.
This could easily go 7.
No. Yeah. I'm gonna need, especially,
I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
The way what we saw at the Tigers series and how we have seen the lows with the Blue Jays, like the lows can come and get you every once in a while. So yeah, I could see that series going long. I'm just needing, I need other names to start showing up. Like, it's neat. Jorge Polanco's doing his thing. It's cool. It's an unexpected name, but Josh Naylor, Gino. Come on now.
On the Mariners side, on the Brewers, on the Blue Jays side, though, you got guys like Andres Jimenez, back-to-back
game rolling. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Back-to-back games, having some moments. It's cool to see guys like him sort of showing out in the, filling the voids, or filling the gaps, I should say, between guys like Vladdy and Springer and things like that. Addison Barger having some moments as well, making some plays out in right, some great plays in right.
Josh Naylor getting hosed.
Oh yeah, that too
pissed me off, dude.
I mean,
so sick of seeing that.
If people want to sit here and say, you know what, I'll even shout him out. Who was that guy that I was talking about? Dave Norwood. Dave Norwood on our LCS predictions graphic
called us stupid.
He said 3-0 take. You suck. Dodge. They was giving me Michael Scott vibes when what was that scene? Oh, he was roasting everybody in the office.
Yeah, he's just going around.
He's like, Jim, you suck. Gumby has a better body than you. Boom, roasted. I was reading this comment in that tone where Dave Norwood, shout him out. He says 3-0 take. You suck. Dodgers sweep Friday at home. You're dismissed. Get a new line of work. You have no clue about baseball. And I know we just got done talking Blue Jays Mariners, and that comment was about Dodgers Brewers. But it speaks to what I was about to say, and that if people can sit there and say that stuff all they want. Well, you don't know which teams to pick. You don't know ball.
No one does.
Go ahead and say that for all of eternity. But I may not know who to pick for the LCS. But what I can tell you is that I understand the fundamentals of baseball.
I understand. And when shouldn't be getting hosed at third with 2 outs.
Should not be getting hosed at third with 2 outs. They teach after this in Little League. Yeah, again, another instance of a run.
You're down.
Just missing, not counting. Like, he was lucky the run got in.
You're down.
So I may not know who to pick in the LCS, like I said, but I know not to get thrown out at third with 2 outs. I know I understand the fundamentals of baseball. We can talk that all day, and we don't need to go down this rabbit hole. But baseball IQ at the major league level, I feel like is at an all-time low. It's horrendous. But we move forward. Who I'm gonna go ahead and say you've got Dodgers in 4 at this point. Ooh, that was borderline A-Rod. Did you catch that? Dodgers. Dodgers in 4.
We have.
Does it matter? I know you're looking up the problem.
Oh, Shohei's pitching.
Does it matter? So Dodgers in 4. Is Peralta? No, not Peralta. Who is it? I saw it earlier. Is it listed?
No, undecided.
Maybe it's just projection. I thought I saw a name. I can't remember who it was.
For the whole team in the clubby out there.
Honestly, yeah.
See what works.
So Dodger in 4. I mean, honestly, does it really? Would it really matter if you knew who the Brewers were throwing out there?
Doesn't really matter. I mean, I'll give the Brewers the game tomorrow. I think they win tomorrow because I don't think you get a ton of length out of Shohei.
But you've got a rested pen.
And getting the chance to see that pen tonight, you know, like you got to see 4 of those arms tonight. I think they get into it a little late, but it's going to come down to, you know, they've kind of held the offense at bay. You know, they've held the Dodgers offense at bay. It's just, you got to be able to respond. So I'll give the Brewers their one tomorrow.
I can't. After what I've seen, I just can't.
I get it.
And I'm tired. I'm not going to subject myself to the backlash from Dodgers fans. Oh, heard you on the pod saying it would go 5. What an idiot. So you know what? Dodgers in 4. Honestly, Dodgers in 3. Maybe the Brewers wake up tomorrow and they say, we're good. We'll make our way home. Don't worry about us. We'll see you in 2026.
Yeah.
I think that's the only acceptable answer that Dodgers fans will
It's the only
take
thing
right
they'll
now.
allow.
How about the remainder of this ALCS? How you feeling about that?
I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. I mean,
it is interesting. I will say, as you ponder, the momentum swings have come in pairs. It's not just like it's not like we're exchanging blows here. It's like, no, Mariners going to jump out 2 games, and then here come the Blue Jays swinging it back the other way. In a 7-game series, it makes it tough to forecast the rest of the series, I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, let's just keep the trend going. We'll just say the away team keeps winning.
Yeah, there's been 1 home win in either series, and it was the Dodgers tonight.
Yeah, I'll take the Blue Jays winning the last game in Seattle. Back to the Rogers Center. I think it goes 7. I think the Blue Jays take it in 7.
So you're going Jays, Mariners, Jays.
Yeah.
You said Jays in 7, right?
Yeah, the Mariners.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm switching it up. I mean, I initially had the Mariners taking it. I don't know. It's just their offense is not doing it for me. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Blue Jays pitching is solid, but they're not great. I wouldn't say they're a top 5 staff in all of baseball. And like I don't know.
You don't need to though when you're lineup, putting up
100%.
What was it?
100% right.
21 runs over the last 2 games.
You're not wrong at all. It's just I'm disappointed in the Mariners offense. Like that lineup has to get longer, fast.
Especially at home. Like I was really hoping for the T-Mobile effect here, but it just has not mattered at all.
I know. The rally shoes lost its luster.
Backed.
Yeah. Fix it. Close the roof. Close the roof, get loud.
I can see it.
Possibly last game.
Joking aside, you got to think that's a conversation that they're having, being like, all right, like we need to switch up the vibes here. Like,
yeah,
what are our controllables here? Well, we can close the roof.
And you also got to remember, it's like it's 2-2. I know losing back-to-back games, it feels like it's miserable, but like look what the other team just did. They lost back-to-back games, and now they're back in it. It's not over. Let's get it going.
If you're the Mariners, send yourself back to Toronto on a happy flight. Take Game 5.
Be huge. Be huge. If the roof is closed, I might switch my votes.
That's fair.
It's a big factor for me.
It's a game time decision. Then I won't hold you to it.
I appreciate that.
We'll wait and see. That's
I
a valid,
appreciate that.
valid concern, valid observation that you're wanting to make.
Thanks.
I'm with it. All right, there you have it. There are the rest of the predictions for the rest of the series. I guess next time you'll hear from us. Well, we'll see. I guess maybe
it depends. Yeah,
maybe one more check-in,
maybe,
possibly, but otherwise,
not if these blowouts continue.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
If the Dodgers are in prime position. If they get their series over and done with and get to chill, prime position. Unbelievable.
Yeah, on that note, real quick, it's different getting some downtime when you've already played 3 series worth of high leverage baseball.
Yeah, not pre-playoffs.
Correct.
Postseason.
Correct. Yeah, that there's a huge difference there.
For sure.
So I'm with you. If the Dodgers can sew this thing up and rest even more, specifically that staff,
yeah,
good luck. All right. Well, we'll be planning some live streams coming up soon. We're not done with those yet. We'll
get some World Series ones. Yeah,
for sure. We'll get something lined up for that. So keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, good chat. That's all I got.
Don't go chasing curveballs.
We love you all as always. Looking forward to talking more baseball with you guys soon. Until next time, stay filthy.